Hello, welcome to my channel. This is the page that I'm working on today, and I'm going to be making what I call a 3-pocket page. So essentially it's going to be 3 pocket areas to tuck 3 tags or 3 whatnot in. And to get started, let me move my book aside for a moment. I need a piece of paper that I'm going to cut down 4 1/8 inches this way and then 6 inches this way. And how I come up with those measurements is I measured the actual page, and it is, I believe, let me take a look here. Roughly 4 1/4. And if you're doing this, make sure you measure your page, because some of the inner pages, the pages in the middle of the book, are smaller than the ones on the outside. So if it is a little smaller, just adjust it down to the size that you need. Alright, move that aside. Grab my cutting board here. I'm going to start by cutting me a, let me see how wide that is really quick. So that is about perfect, almost there. So I'm actually going to cut it down 6 inches this way first. Move that aside. And then I'm going to turn it this way and cut it 4 1/8 inch. Alright, now I'm done with my cutting that. Put it away. Now from here, I'm going to grab me a pencil, because what I need to do is on the 6 inch side, I am going to make me a mark at, let's see, 2 3/4 inches. Right there. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Draw that line in really fast. Okay. And then on this side, that should be 3 1/2 inches. Or sorry, 3 1/4 inches. Yes. And I am going to take it and I'm going to mark it and from the right side over. I'm going to mark it at 1 inch in, so that'll be at 2 1/4 right here. And then on the left side, I'm going to mark it at the 2 inch mark, which would be 3/4 up. Just on this one side. Alright. Next, I'm going to take my mat and I'm going to go from this corner right down to my 3/4 inch mark here, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line. And I'm going to do the same thing here from this corner to this mark. Get to that corner at least. It's usually a little bit easier with my clear journaling block, but I have no clue where that's at the moment. I feel I might have left it at the lake. Alright, now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the middle line here first. And then I'm just going to cut the other two lines. And now, the general idea is this is the biggest one. So it's going to go like this. And then this is the second biggest one. So it's going to sit on top here. And then, let me see, which one would go? Would it be this one? That one's okay because it's got, oh, check this other one over here, this little one here. It's a bit smaller. I think I prefer this one. So the one that's the smallest little angle here, you're not going to use right now. And that'll go right there. The next step is I'm going to go ahead and paint these to match my background colors. And you could do this either way. Sprays would be faster, but I kind of want the paint because I noticed that with the sprays, they're a bit more saturated than the paint. And I wanted it to look very, very similar. So I think I want the darker color in the back. Now let me clean up my mess. I'm going to set that over there for the moment. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do on the back of these, each one of these, I'm going to just go down the two sides and the bottom with my double-sided tape. So let's start with this one. So the next thing I took, and I've already done this, and I don't want to have to do it to another one, but I will show you. It's really simple. This is a size 10 Dylusions tag that I cut down to 3.5 inches. And then this was the bottom piece of it. So it's 3.5 inches wide, cut this way. And then I came down and I cut it at 7 inches. And it gave me this little piece left over, which is, I'm not sure, it's 3.5 inches long by, let's see, about 2 1/8 inches wide. And then I just took and I cut the edges, the two corners to look like a tag, and then put a little hole in the middle, but that's not even going to matter whenever I get done decorating it. So again, it was originally a full size 10 Dylusions tag, and I just cut it down this way and then here, and then turn the bottom piece into a bottom tag. So the next thing I need to do, oh well, here, let's go ahead and put these on because I might do the backs here. What I have is, I have the rabbit and the owl from the Dylusions Heads and Tails stamp set. And my intentions are, I want him to go right about here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lay him on about where I want him. I'm going to flip it around and I'm gonna trace that so I know where to put the double-sided tape. All right, I have my pencil. And I know to only put double-sided tape down here. So I'll set that one aside. And I'm going to do the same thing with the rabbit, except the rabbit is actually going to go on the multicolor one here. And I think I want him to go somewhere about, let me see. That might be a bit too tall. Because essentially they're going to stack together like this. So maybe about there. That'll be fine. Flip it around and trace it right there. And I know I'll put double-sided tape down here and set that one aside. And for the last one, now this one of my lovely subscribers, Miss Cindy, reminded me that I had this stamp because I was looking for a lovely little butterfly stamp. And for some reason, I just looked right past it until Flight of Fancy came up. So my plan with this is I want it to be up here at the top. Oh goodness. I just took the two wings and I've already colored them in because this is already going to be a pretty decently long video. And then the little butterfly guy. And it's gonna go just like that. So, I'm gonna pick it up, hold it in place, flip it over, and just trace around. And I know my double-sided tape goes all down there, but there's one more thing I want to do. I'm going to go around this right here. All right. Let me go ahead and start sticking that on really quick. Okay, so now we have my 3 tags that are going to go just like so. But because I'm that much extra, I want to put a little bit of something in the back here. And what I decided I wanted to do is I have the Maureen stencil yet again, and I want to put her somewhere in this area, but let me grab this, make sure I'm not going to cover up her wings. No, that should work just fine. Or maybe I'll raise it up a little bit. Yeah. So what I'm going to do with this, lay it down where I want it. Move these out of the way for a few minutes. Now I'm going to take my black paint and just fill in the inside of that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, because I just went over this with the heat tool, I'm going to take my white Posca pen and I'm just going to outline the little Maureen image here. Alright, very messily, but that's okay. It's not going to be that much noticed. Now, I'm going to grab my tags, slide this aside for a moment. Actually, I guess I can go ahead and put these on. So I'm starting with the biggest one. I am putting it down first. Okay, I'm going to take my medium-sized one and do the same thing. And do the same thing with my green one. Let's do some simple doodles on here. For this one, I'm just going to outline it with my white paint pen. And then down here, I'm going to do the running stitch. Just like so. Set him there for a moment. I'm going to move this aside and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to outline this one with my white paint pen. And then for this one, I think I want to do, let's do the little circle and line. Alright, put this away for a moment. Bring this one over and grab my black paint pen and outline it. And for this one, I'm going to do the wonky lines. Okay, now for the moment of truth. So we're going to start with the big one. It's going to tuck into this back pocket here. So we kind of need to tuck it into all of them. that. I guess I can pull it up a bit. And then the bunny rabbit will tuck into the blue pocket, the medium-sized pocket, just like this. And then the little owl will go into the front here. Move him over a bit, just like that. So I can raise the bunny up just a bit. Alright, now I need to do some, to put all of this together, I need to put a border around. So let's do, I mean, I could go with the simple running stitch because that will just marry the whole page. Let's do it. Alright, now move these out for a moment because what I think I'm going to do next is, what I want to put here, I don't want to make it too much because then it would just be too much. So what I'm going to do is, for this one, it's going to be the lines, my walkie line. And actually I might do that on all of them. And there we go. Let's see this here. The wings being the cream color up here is kind of bothering me, so with this one it doesn't matter, but with these two it does. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my black paint, I'm going to take my little foam that I had to, on my inking tool, and I am just going to color over the whole thing. Okay, and now that I just went over that with the black paint, I'm going to take my white paint pen and I'm just going to outline the entire thing with a simple little border. Grab my black paint pen and outline the back of this one. All right. So now what we have is, here I have plenty of room to write, right here in this little area, if that's where I want to. I also have room to write in the background if I want to. I have this pretty good sized tag that I have room to write down here, as well as the back, because I do have quite a bit to say about this day. Okay, and it just shoves right back there in the back. I have some room here to write, as well as the entire back of this one. And it just goes right here. Push that shoe. And then I have room here and plenty of room back there to write as well. And he goes right here in the very, very front. And that's it. That is my page. Like I said, I took one little bitty page and gave myself loads of real estate. As to where, you know, like this, I have room to write here, and maybe if I wanted to, a little bit back here. Or I could just leave a whole page and have all that room. However, doing it this way, I have tons of room to write about the day. And I love tags and add-ons and different things like that. Yeah, I have made this page quite a bit thicker, but honestly, it's not too bad. It's not going to make my book so thick because, oh goodness, sorry. It's not going to make my book too thick because I'm not going to make too many pages like this. I just think it's really cute, and if you wanted, you don't have to do them all like in perfect line. You could put like the little bunny over here, and the little owl could go this way more. It's not going to matter. It's going to tuck in just fine. So that's it. I hope I taught you something. I mean, this is just simple triangular pockets, but it does allow for you to tuck different things in. It doesn't have to be tags. It could be anything. I don't know if I have anything just kind of randomly sitting around here to show you. But, I mean, you know, and if you wanted, you don't have to write. You could collage on the tags and put them in there. Just make it be what you want it to be. So, I hope this page gives you some kind of inspiration, and like I said, I hope it might have showed you a technique that you possibly didn't know how to do, or you had never tried to do before, especially for those days when you got lots to say. I love the little tags. I stuck with my clothes colors. This is Island Parrot, Blue Lagoon, and Balmy Night. And again, I think it's a pretty page. I do like it, and it's going to look better whenever I do get it all filled in. I'm going to wait to write in here because it is paint, and even though I went over these with the heat gun and I went over that with the heat gun, I'm not going to take too much of a chance, but either which way. So again, I hope you guys find some kind of inspiration from this page and try it. You never know, you might like it. You don't have to use all 3 pockets. You could just put 2 in, even just the 2 smallest ones or the 2 biggest ones. That's completely up to you and your creativity and the needs that you have for your page. But I absolutely adore it. I love interactive pages. They are my favorite. And, you know, you got all kinds of levels of prettiness. Okay. Well, if you like the video, please give it a like. I thank you so very much for watching, as well as your kind thoughts and prayers for my middle little. She is feeling a little bit better today. Not a whole lot, but a little bit better. And we're hoping that she's going to feel even more better tomorrow. Again, give it a try. See if you like it. So yeah, I hope you guys stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.